Alright, let's get things started here. What's up, everybody? My name is Cereza, and today I am going to be looking at the rogue talent trees for World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Honestly, these look very impressive. This is going to be my first impressions of the talent trees. And we're just going to kind of talk about what's new, what's going to be interesting to see on classes, on each new spec. And yeah, so I kind of wanted to wait to make this video until the interactive talent trees were live. I kind of started reading about it, and I'm kind of seeing some crazy stuff, and I'm already looking at some crazy stuff right now, like some baseline abilities, some cool stuff that's coming out for sub, and I've heard that rogues are going to be as crazy, if not crazier, than they are in Shadowlands right now. So I guess we'll kind of start off just talking about each of the talent trees. So I'm going to start off talking about this tree right here. This is the baseline tree. This is all these abilities are going to be baseline for every rogue spec. So Assassination rogues, Outlaw rogues, and Subtlety rogues all are going to use this tree. And then for your specific spec, you're going to get one of these trees. But you're not going to be able to put a few points into Assassination and a few points into Subtlety. That's not how it's going to work. You get a set Assassination tree, and you're going to get a set rogue tree. So for the first row here, it looks like from what I've noticed is that you get a different ability baseline without having to spend a talent point depending on which one you get. So for Assassination, you get Garrote. For Outlaw, you get Blind. For Sub, you get Sap. It's kind of weird to do it this way because of how much Sap is required for like how great Sap is and how great Blind is. You pretty much need Blind. But I guess it's just to kind of get you started with your spec so you can move down all the way. So you have Garrote, which is baseline for all specs now, which is great. You have Blind, you have Sap, all great. Already baseline. Evasion's baseline. Feint is baseline. Cloak of Shadows. You're gonna pretty much always take these, I think. And then for this lower stuff, I think you're going to be leaning more towards this way for your poison build. But it also looks like you have, like, for row 3, you have Master Poisoner is always good. Nimble Fingers, this is currently a conduit ability, but it's nice to see this in the talent tree. And the same thing, I think Iron Stomach is also currently a talent, which is nice. Gouge is baseline for all rogue specs. Rush setup is baseline, and it's pretty early too. You don't need that many levels for it. If you're playing Outlaw, if you're playing Outlaw, you get it at level 14, and that's really cool. Yeah. So honestly, you get a lot of, like I said, you get a lot of stuff baseline already. So like you get Shadowrunner 20% faster movement speed, while stealth is nice. Tricks of the Trade is nice up here. You'd pretty much take all of this. Shadow Step, Prey on the Weak, Improved Sprint, Iron Stomach, Fleet-footed. All this stuff is pretty much already in the game, but you gotta move down the tree somehow. I'm just gonna put points. You have improved Sap, which reduces the energy cost of Sap, which I don't even think on live servers right now it has an energy cost, so I don't know why they made this a talent, but hey, improved Garrote. Recuperator, this is also a conduit ability. This is also, these two are probably the worst things that I'm seeing out of this tree, is this improved Sprint and this improved Sap. Like, I don't understand why this is a thing. I don't understand why, like, Sprint baseline is 2 minutes. It's 60 seconds on live servers, and I don't know why Sap has to have energy on it. I don't even think it does right now, but I don't think it really matters. You play Rush setup, so I don't even really think you play that unless you're playing sub. But hey, you get down here, you get more weapon damage, or increased crit on your combo point generators, increased weapon poison damage and weapon damage, versatility, ambush, additional combo point. This is all pretty basic stuff. Energy cost of finishing moves reduced by 15% is really nice. Same thing with Night Stalker. I feel like as sub, you're gonna take both of these. Well, you're more gonna take Night Stalker. Night Stalker's insane, and you get it fairly early, I think. If you're playing sub, you can just go down here immediately. Um, Cold Blood. It's nice to see Cold Blood back. It was a PvP talent, but it was removed from the game. It's nice to see it back. Same thing with Leeching Poison coming back. Seal Fate is new. When you critically strike with a melee attack, you get an additional combo point for critical strike. That's nice for combo point generation. What I've noticed for Assassination is that you actually get more combo point generators. They fixed the main problem that I had with Assass, where you ran out of energy super quickly and you could barely get off finishers. So that kind of fixes it for me. So you get more combo points and you have more energy regen. So I believe if you can play this, I'm gonna try to, oh, come on, let me down here. You can get down to Subtlety and Vigor by playing Assass, which is really nice to have. You can if you're playing Outlaw or Assass, you can get Vigor and Subtlety. I don't think you can get Subtlety as Outlaw, but hey, it's still really nice to see that the energy regen is fixed, and I think combo point generation is also being fixed. However, you're also going to be getting more combo points just from your regular assassination tree, but I'll get into that in a second. But for Assass, you get a really nice build. You get more poison damage. This is probably what I would run for my Assass build. More poison damage and all that kind of stuff. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with how the current rogue tree looks for Assass and all the specs. So kind of your left side here is going to be about your poisons, your middle side is going to be for Outlaw, and your right side is going to be for your baseline abilities for Subtlety. It seems like each class is going to have a lot of flavor, and they're going to feel more unique to play as a rogue, as opposed to right now where it's mainly just combo point generation. One's bleed, one's damage, and then one's burst. Or one single target, one's AoE, one's burst. That's kind of how it feels. But right now it looks to be like it's going to be a really, really good change for rogues. And if you're not playing a rogue, then I highly recommend you make it just for this expansion. Fan of Knives is coming back. Shadow Step's coming back. This is pretty good. This right here. Cut to the chase. This is new. And Venom extends the duration of Slice and Dice by up to 2 seconds per combo point. That is insane. So the thing I've always complained about with Assass is the fact that there's so much uptime that you have to do. You have to keep uptimes on your Garrotes. You have to keep uptimes on your Bleeds. You have to keep poisons. Times on your Slice and Dice. And I felt that it was so frustrating that I could never get out in Venoms because I was too busy dotting everybody up in Mythic Plus. But honestly, I feel like it's gonna make playing the spec a lot easier. It's like pre-med on Assass. It's gonna be really crazy. Elaborate Planning is always good. Increases the application chance of poisons. I don't know if you take that, but actually no, you do take this. Garrote and Rupture damage, internal bleeding, kidney shot also gives you. Intent to kill. This is new. This is going to be insane for PvP, I think. Shadow Step's cooldown is reduced by 33% when used on a target afflicted by your Garrote. That's really good. That is insane to see on Rogue. Because you can, think about, if you're playing in twos and you need to stop a healer from casting, you just go back immediately. You can go in and then your Shadow Step is reduced. Your Shadow Step cooldown is reduced by 1/3. It's insane. It's gonna be crazy. Also got Shiv. Crimson Tempest is coming back quite early. Well, not super early, but you're gonna have a nice little AoE ability. I skipped a few things, but you got Atrophic Poison, It's gonna reduce enemy damage by 3%. So stack that on top of Devotion Aura from Paladin. Yeah, 6%, or no, and with Aura Mastery too. So that's gonna be 18% reduced damage. Nearly a fifth of damage that they're gonna deal to you with Aura Mastery and this poison. It's gonna be insane. It's really going to be crazy. What else is there? Master Assassin is back. I don't really know how great this is gonna be. You also have Exsanguinate, which is cool, and it's gonna be nice for Garrote too, and get your just get more damage out. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think you play this right now as Assass, but I don't know. It seems really cool. You also have improved Shiv. There's a couple more things that are coming in really cool soon. Deal 2% increased damage to your targets for each of your poison and bleed effects on them. Death Mark. Okay, this was a new ability. Carve a death mark into an enemy, dealing bleed damage over 15 seconds while marked. While marked, Garrote, Rupture, and lethal poisons applied to the target are duplicated. So that's going to be insane. So you would take lethal dose and you'd take death mark, and you'd need to have improved Shiv too. But it's gonna be insane to play against this, and I really think that you're gonna have a really difficult time fighting against Assass rogues, and they're gonna have that same potential that they've always had, where it's all like it's just pressure, and the dot class is gonna feel much better than it's ever been. I'm just gonna say. What else is there? Doomblade is back. This is returning. Yeah, look what else is returning. Sepsis. Infects the target blood, dealing nature's damage over 10 seconds. So this is baseline. Honestly, I don't think this is going to be very good because they're removing the one shot. This is like standard vanilla sepsis. I don't really know how great it's going to be with Assassination and Dragonflight, but I don't know. I'm never gonna. I'm not gonna say anything just yet because this is all brand new. This literally came out today. I'm not gonna say much yet. What else is there? Amplifying Poison. This also is pretty cool. Coats your weapon with a lethal poison that lasts for 1 hour. Each strike has a 30% chance to poison the enemy, dealing nature damage and applying amplification for 10 seconds. And Venom can consume 15 stacks of amplification to deal 30% increased damage. So 30%, it's going to encourage you to use Venom more. That's going to be really nice to have. Oh, I'm out of points. All right, I'm going to take some out of here. What else is there? Poison bombs also. Oh no, we'll start here. Garrote damage is increased, which is nice. Blindside. This seems nice, but it's not as good as it is on. If this was on Outlaw, then it would probably be better. I did read a little bit of the Outlaw stuff, but if this was on Outlaw, I feel like it would be amazing. Venom Rush, Mutilate refunds energy. Zoldyck Recipe. Basically like oh god, Mark for Death for your poisons, which is really nice. Shiv deals 500% increased damage. I'm not sure if you take that, and if rather than like any of these other ones, because there are some really cool ones in here, like Dragon Tempered Blades. Now this skill is fucking insane. I'm kind of skipping over stuff. But so Dragon Tempered Blades allows you to apply an additional lethal and non-lethal poison. So just think about that. You're gonna have 4 poisons. So there's 3 poisons that are currently available right now. I don't remember which ones they are and what's baseline for all rogues, but you're gonna have the option of Atrophic Poison, Amplifying Poison, and then 2 other poisons. Now, that is That's going to be insane. It's going to be insane for pretty much every spec. That's going to be not every spec. This is going to be insane for Assass. And it's going to give you damage that you have not even seen before. I mean, damage you haven't seen before was the Sepsis one shot, but anyways, it's going to be really great. These capstone abilities are really truly, they did a great job with it. Dashing Scoundrel is also nice. I think this is currently in the game. I don't remember. Poison Bomb's currently in the game. Venomous Wounds is also going to be really nice. Like I said, the big problem that I've always felt with Assass is energy regen. And so this is going to help you with your energy regen a little bit because, I mean, Mutilate costs 55. You're going to need to take Vigor. You're going to need to take Subtlety. I think it solved some of the problems that I had with Assass, and it's going to make me want to play it more. Honestly, I am extremely excited to be playing Assass in the next expansion. I'm leveling as Assass. I don't care, man. Then to Blood, Rupture increases your agility based on character level. You may gain this benefit for each enemy suffering from your Rupture. That seems okay, but you really want it for this. This is for Mythic Plus, and it seems insane for Mythic Plus. Your next Garrote and your next Rupture also apply to all enemies within 10 yards of the target, dealing reduced damage beyond 8 targets. So, you go into a pack, right? You go into a pack. You press this button, you press Rupture, and you press Garrote. It's going to be on all enemies. That is going to save your fucking life. You can get all that off, and then cast Crimson Tempest, and then cast Envenoms. Like, this is going to be Assass like it has been, like, it hasn't been in a long time. It has AoE potential. It has amazing single target potential. It has amazing PvP potential. This is going to be a spec to look out for. I'm going to play the shit out of this spec, honestly. Like, I'm just looking at some of these trees, and I'm like, you're going to have bleed builds. Your poisons are going to be doing a whole ton of damage. It's going to be really cool. I don't know what you would take for PvP. I don't think you would take Dragon Tempered Blades, unfortunately. I think you would rather take Tiny Toxic Blade, the Zoldyck recipe. But other than that, it seems like it's going to be absolutely crazy for Assassination Rogues up and coming in this expansion. I don't even really know what else to say. I'm so excited, and fucking watch out for it because they're gonna hit like a goddamn truck. So next we're gonna talk about the Outlaw trees. So, Outlaw does have a couple of baseline abilities. You have Roll the Bones back, of course. You have a lot of things that you're gonna have, but I think this is mainly going to be about just doing damage, and it seems honestly like the worst rogue spec. You do have Blind as your baseline ability for your talent tree, so you kind of start there, and you want to sort of lead into where the hell is it? Let's see. Echoing Reprimand. You don't have Shadow Step. Come on, there we go. So you can get Echoing Reprimand. So there's a couple of things that are really cool about this, and I'll show them off, but Echoing Reprimand works the same as it is in Shadowlands. But you can also get Resounding Clarity, which is going to anima charge 2 additional combo points. So you're going to use Reprimand, and you're going to anima charge 3 additional points. That is crazy. So, and there's also another skill called Dispatcher. Or no, it's not Dispatcher. It's Ambush. Okay, there we go. Heavy Hitter. Ambush supercharges 1 combo point for 45 seconds. Finishing moves that consume the same number of combo points consume the same as they consume 7. So you can take this Reprimand. I'm not sure if it stacks. Again, it's brand new. But if it stacks, that's going to be absolutely insane. That is going to be insane for all specs. Not all specs, but it's going to be insane for Outlaw. I really think that there is opportunities for this to do very well. Yeah, for Outlaw to do extremely well in Shadowlands, but again, baseline abilities. This is kind of what you're meant to go with for um for the Outlaw abilities, I would say. But you don't have to go this route if you don't want to, but hey, play how you want. I think that's kind of what the point of these trees is so you can play what you want. But anyway, Outlaw stuff. Uh Sinister Strike increase. Sinister Strike is baseline. But basically, so look at this. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that's absolutely amazing. Look how early you get Adrenaline Rush. You get Adrenaline Rush at level 13. Like, that is fucking insane. You also get Grappling Hook, Retractable Hook. Between the Eyes is back. Hit and Run. I feel like you wouldn't take this. Actually, no, you would, because you can get Cheap Shot, Gouge, and Sap. Baseline, or no longer costing energy. So you don't need to take this, the improved Sap. So you would just take Dirty Tricks. Increased, or Ace Up Your Sleeve is also good. Ambidexterity, also good. Improved Evasion. Weapon Master. Ruthlessness is also, it seems like a really cool ability. Roll the Bones. Restless Blades, amazing. Restless Blades increased. Restless Blades increased damage. Deeper strats in this tree, so you don't have to take it over here and you get deeper strat. But I'm not sure if it stacks, but if it stacked, it would be amazing. And if it stacked with Vigor too, it would also be really cool. If you had 7 combo points, it'd be really cool. Ghostly Strike, I don't know if you'd take it. Heavy Hitter, I see you taking fully. There was another ability that I saw that I was like, that's really cool. Count on. Well, there's a couple abilities in here that seem really interesting. Sinister Strike. You have Sepsis for Outlaw, which again, I don't think Sepsis was very good for Outlaw, if I don't remember, but I think I played it in the very beginning of Shadowlands, but because it was this for every rogue, but honestly, I don't know how great it's going to be. I mean, I play Resounding or Echoing Reprimand for Outlaw for PvE anyway, so it's kind of how I'm thinking about it. You also have Blade Rush. You can get both Blade Rush and Killing Spree, and both are very good for Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry is going to be, if you stack this with the Restless Blades and you stack this with the Restless Blades, and you stack this with the Killing Spree and the Blade Rush, it's going to be crazy. And then same thing with Ice Cuts. It's gonna be insane. I gotta stop saying that. It's really gonna be crazy. This is also, oh, I don't think you'd be able to take both. You want to get down here more, but hey, I just wanted to show you. This is a really cool ability. This is going to be amazing. It's going to bring so much utility to rogues. Rogues are going to be sought after in raids just for this. And I'm sure this stacks too. Restless Crew. Restless Blades also affects party members within 40 yards, reducing the remaining cooldowns of a major offensive ability by 0.2 seconds per combo point. So, you have 6 combo points, let's say, or 5 combo points. That's every finishing move you get a second off of Adrenaline Rush. You get a second off of Avenging Wrath on Paladins. You get a second off Combust. Second off of Icy Veins. You get a second off of, it's another, Ascendance. That's, wow. I think the combustion thing is gonna be really good. I think Rogue Mage honestly is it's gonna be fucking crazy. Again, rogues are looking to be really great in Shadowlands, and I don't really know what's gonna beat them. And you have combat stamina. You float like a butterfly is back. I don't even know what to say, man. Outlaw rogues are gonna be unkillable again. What else do you have for your capstones? You have Between the Eyes. The capstones are kind of underwhelming. I'll be honest. Keep it rolling increases the remaining duration of your roll to bones by 30 seconds. If you really want to keep them up, I guess it's situational. If you're really going for the roll to bones for a roll to bones build, but I don't I don't know. If I guess if you were playing sleight of hand, you were playing loaded dice and keep rolling, then it could work, but again, I just don't. It's just me, but I don't see it working very well. Honestly, this Restless Crew, I'm very excited about. And I'm excited about Heavy Hitter, and I'm excited about um, Audacity. Like, Audacity and Heavy Hitter is going to be really crazy. And I think you could also. I think you would play Sepsis in this situation for that. I don't even think you don't have enough talent points for this. We need more talent points. I want to be able to spec into literally everything, but I think that's the point, is I don't want you to spec into everything. Outlaw would be way too fucking good, but honestly, I think this right here, Heavy Hitter, Audacity, Sepsis, Echoing Reprimand, is really going to be... It's really going to be crazy, and you're going to be getting out a lot of damage because Outlaw cannot consistently get 6 combo points. I think I've said this before. It can't consistently get 6 combo points like Subtlety can with Shuriken Storm. So I think it's gonna be really cool to see how Outlaw is gonna play with this kind of build. This is what I would run, honestly. I would run Heavy Hitter on Audacity if I was playing Outlaw, which I might. And I think this is going to dominate Rogue Mage. Sass Rogues and Outlaw Rogues are going to completely dominate Rogue Mage. So now for Subtlety, my favorite spec. This is interesting. So Subtlety, honestly, it feels pretty much the same as it did in Shadowlands. Like, just from what I'm looking at. You have Subterfuge. It kind of leads you into wanting to play Subterfuge. But you also have Shadow Step. You can get 2 charges of Shadow Step. Blind, Feint, Gouge, you have more CC. Sprint, energy cost of Sap reduced by 100%. Night Stalker, Mark for Death, energy cost, that. You play Cheat Death, you play Find Weakness, and you get Shadow Dance. You also have Shadow Dance over here. I don't know how early you get Shadow Dance. You get it at level 15, which is not bad, and then you have another charge at level 56. It seems it's actually quite late, but having 2 charges of Shadow Dance is fucking OP, honestly. You probably would not level as Subtlety, but I'd level as Outlaw if you're planning on leveling an Outlaw next expansion. Your Tauren and Draenei rogues. But so from what you see, you get Improved Backstab, Shuriken Storm, Restless Strikes. Oh, sorry, I was eating popcorn. I got stuck in my throat. Night Terrors, Black Powder, Secret Technique are baseline. They come really early. They come much earlier than it does in Shadowlands. So I think this also is really cool. Shuriken Tornado. You get Shuriken Tornado and you get Secret Technique. So I want to try to figure out a macro to use Secret Technique if it's off cooldown, and use Black Powder if it is on cooldown, and then use Shuriken Tornado. I'm sure you could do an insane AoE build for Secret Technique, Shuriken Tornado, stuff like that. There are some things that are different that kind of nerf Shuriken Storm and Find Weakness, but I'll kind of get into that in a minute. You also have Pre-Med. You get Pre-Med and Weapon Master. Both are really nice. Shot in the Dark, you have the option to take Gloomblade. No. Shadow Dance, improved Shuriken Storm. Additional 15% chance to apply Find Weakness. The first dance, I really loved this. This was the legendary that I played back in Legion for Subtlety, and I really think it's amazing. I really loved this this legendary, and I'm so glad it's coming back. But we also have some other cool stuff that's coming back. Master of Shadows. Look how, like, you're getting capstone abilities. Like Secret Technique, Master of Shadows. You're getting them so early. in the tree. Not many big point investments, which is cool. Rupture. There's one that I gotta find where it's just increased. Yeah, this one increased magic damage. I'm sure it's shadow damage, but I don't know. It might be worth taking. But I was just thinking about it. So here's the other thing: you get Deepening Shadows. Oh, where the hell is it? Huh. Take that. You take symbols. This would be nice for. This is actually going to be really nice for Mythic Plus. Shrouded in Darkness is also cool. Planned Execution. This actually kind of makes me upset, but Symbols of Death no longer guarantees a critical strike of your next combo point generator. It's only 10% with planned execution. So that kind of seems a little weird, but I mean, I'm sure that's the best way to kind of balance Sub Rogue, but you're not playing it over here. You're not building over here. You're gonna kind of build over here for Mythic Plus. You're gonna be playing pretty much the same build as you do in Mythic Plus anyway, as you do currently. But like I said, you have a whole ton of. You have so much. There's a lot of big point investments, unfortunately. Like you have Stiletto Staccato. This is currently in the game. Shadow Finish shows you have to do talent investments into it. Cloaked in Shadows, this is currently a conduit. Deeper Daggers is currently a conduit. Let's see, I don't even have enough points to get everything I want. So you're gonna have to take some stuff away. Inevitability is also a cool ability to if you just to keep your burst window up. It's really cool to see. What else is there? There's some more really interesting abilities, like this one right here, Without a Trace. Vanish has one additional charge. So if you I think oh wait, no, you don't have the Master Assassin in this tree. But if you had Master Assassin and Without a Trace, that'd be fucking broken. But this is still really good anyway because you can it makes for easier getaways as Sub Rogue. And that's kind of the thing, you want to be sneaky and in stealth the whole time, and that's kind of playing in that fantasy. I really like that. Here's the other thing that's crazy to me. You get nerfed Dark Shadow. So Dark Shadow only gives you an additional 15% increase. So it's kind of nerfed, but in a way it's not, because you have 2 charges of Shadow Dance, and you have 15% increased damage while in Shadow Dance. So I don't think of that as a loss. I still think of that as a buff, and you're kind of spreading out the abilities more. But still really cool. I'm excited to see kind of how this is going to play out. What else is there? Shadow Dust is coming back. Like 20 seconds for Vanish. And oh my god, I just realized. Oh, Vanish and Invigorating Shadow Dust, or Without a Trace and Invigorating Shadow Dust. What the fuck? This also seems like a really interesting ability right here. Lingering Shadow. After Shadow Dance ends, Backstab deals an additional 100% damage as Shadow, fading by 2% per second. So, how I read that, this has to be a typo. How I read that is you end Shadow Dance, you're at 100% increased damage, then 98, then 96, then 94, 92, 90, 88, and so on and so forth. So I don't think that's true. But honestly, Backstab is not a big part of your damage. So I don't think you're really going to want to take that. And same thing with this too. This is good. It's a anima charging your combo point. But honestly, I don't think you would take that. You would probably take like this side for PvP, and you take this side for Mythic Plus. You'd probably take this for raids, for more single target fights. But you're gonna get so much out of this side of the tree for PvP. It's gonna be really good. For your capstones, you have the Rotten. After activating Symbols of Death, Shadow Strike or Backstab deals 50% increased damage, generates 4 additional combo points, and is guaranteed to critically strike. Again, insane for PvP. I think there were actually sub rogues in the beginning of Shadowlands that were running this legendary. This is on Shadowlands right now. But this is going to be really interesting to see if people are playing it, which I'm totally, if I'm playing Subtlety and PvP, which looks likely for me, I'm going to be playing this side. This side looks insane for Mythic Plus. I'm actually going to read it quick. I want to see like, yeah, see, this is all like the AoE abilities. Shadow Steps cooldown reduction. You're gonna get so much crazy stuff for that. I'm just trying to get down there. Yeah, that is all. Like, you get Flagellation, you get Deeper Strat, you get Shuriken Tornado, Finality. This is back on. This is back in Dragonflight. This is what you use in PvP or in PvP and PvE. So crazy. It's nerfed. It's nerfed by 20%. Kind of sucks, but again, it's a talent point. So what else are you gonna do? And you can get it while leveling, which is probably what I'll be doing. And you also have Vanish too. But you're gonna have a really interesting time, and you're gonna be dealing so much AOE damage. You're gonna be dealing. You're gonna, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry about that. I was eating popcorn. I got a piece of popcorn stuck in my throat. Yeah. So, anyways, that's it. I really think that rogues are going to be extremely powerful in Shadowlands. Not in Shadowlands, Dragonflight. With these new talent trees, we're seeing a lot of really cool things. I thought, like, at first I thought I was able to, like, get to at least 2 capstones, but you can't really. Like, even, like, no matter how you do it, you're only gonna need to get 1. Let's keep trying to. Let's keep trying to see if how I can. That. I don't think you can. I don't think there's a way to do it. Oh, there is. Oh yeah, barely. But you miss out on vigor. You miss out on some critical strike. But you do get 2 capstones, so there is a way to do it. But that's not how I would build my rogue. But yeah. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys for watching this. Thank you so much. If you want to check me out on Twitch, my link will be in the description. You can also check out my socials, Twitter and YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. Anyways, that's my opinions on the rogue talent trees, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.